One Zambia, one nation. Hello and welcome to the news. I am your presenter, Henry Himonde. A look at the top stories. Government calls for citizen participation in developing the country. Construction of 200 kilowatts solar captive power plant underway. Clinical Officers Association of Zambia hails government for improving health care. Plus, Zambia joins the rest of the world in commemorating World AIDS Day. The news in detail. President Hakainde Hichilema has called on all Zambians to participate in the restructuring process of the country's economy. President Hichilema made the call in Lusaka today during the 25th Command and Staff Course and 53rd University of Zambia Defense and Security Studies Program graduation ceremony held at the Zambia National Service Chamba Valley in Lusaka. The president was speaking in a speech read on his behalf by Water Development Minister Mike Mposha. Details in this report by Jonathan Mkuka.
A total of 101 officers from Zambia and other Southern African development communities, SADC, and Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa COMESA countries have graduated during a combined graduation ceremony of the 25th Command and Staff Course and 53rd University of Zambia UNZA Defense and Security Studies Program under the auspices of the Defense Services Command and Staff College. The colorful ceremony took place at the Zambia National Service ZANIS Chamba Valley Banquet Hall in Lusaka, where President Hakainde Hichilema was represented by Water and Development Minister Mike Mposha.
We are in the process of restructuring the economy. As such, we need to mobilize all the skills, talents, and ideas from the citizenry across the country for us to harness our potential to finding solutions that will help us move forward. This can only be possible when there is peace and stability in the nation, and therefore we need a professional defense force that is capable of safeguarding the territorial integrity of our republic.
As Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force, President Hichilema is happy with the achievements of the men and women in uniform.
Occasions such as these are very important to us because our desire has always been to radically improve the quality of military education and training for the Defense Force. This is important for economic recovery.
Brigadier General Philemon Samatamba is Defense Services Command and Staff College Commandant.
Sir, the course commenced with 104 students drawn from the Zambia Army, Zambia Air Force, Zambia National Service, Office of the President Special Division, Zambia Police, Zambia Correctional Service, and officers from SADC, East African Defense Forces, and South Asia.
The graduation ceremony was attended by Lusaka Province Minister Shehu Muliata alongside other senior government officials. Jonathan reporting for ZANIS News in Lusaka.
Acting President Mtalena Lumango has implored African countries to implement the recommendation drawn from the just-ended 3rd International Conference on Public Health in Africa. Speaking at the closing ceremony at Mulungushi International Conference Center, Mrs. Nalumango observed that Africa still lags behind in terms of effective public health systems. She, however, expressed confidence in the insightful discussions held by various health experts in an effort to find long-lasting solutions to Africa's public health problems. And Africa's Center for Disease Control Director General Jean Kaseya assured that opportunities have been developed on how to remain vigilant for the pandemic as well as transforming narratives into actions. Dr. Kaseya said that Africa is breaking the barriers and repositioning itself by acting towards addressing public health challenges that the continent is faced with. Meanwhile, Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo noted that the conference provided a unique platform for African leaders to define common public health problems affecting the continent.
Through our public health challenges, though our public health challenges are many and diverse, we remain hopeful that there is an opportunity for innovation, collaboration, and lasting change. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to our speakers, that were many, and panelists, the government of Zambia appreciates your role in finding solutions and generously sharing your experience and expertise towards safeguarding public health on the continent and beyond. Your contributions have enriched our understanding. The minister will tell me, so mine will also be enriched, and sparked new ideas that will shape the future of public health policies and practices in Africa.
We also launched the second phase of the MasterCard Foundation project that we call SLL, to support our countries. As we said, this is $700 million to better support our countries to be prepared for the next pandemic. We had also opportunity to have a partnership with the Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation, focusing on primary health care and sexual reproductive health and rights by using community health focus. We signed a number of other agreements. That one is a clear commitment for not only Africa CDC, but for all of us to better support the African agenda called New Public Health Order.
The rich gathering has indeed deliberated on various measures spanning legislative, administrative, social, and educational domains. This was done in order to effectively address public health crises and fortify health systems, with an emphasis on universal health coverage.
We now move to Central Province, where Provincial Permanent Secretary Muna Mwanakampwe says government is working towards ensuring that minerals are not exported in their raw form. Mr. Mwanakampwe disclosed this when he toured Jiangxi Multi-Facility Economic Zone in Chiwombo District. Shupekile Nkunika has the details.
With a projected investment worth more than $600 million and 7 companies already signing investment agreements, the Chiwombo Jiangxi Multi-Facility Economic Zone is the biggest investment project in Central Province. Provincial Permanent Secretary Muna Mwanakampwe has toured the facility, which has so far seen $70,000 worth of investments.
That will change the narrative of Central Province to say that the number of youths that have so far been employed is 300. We know that when this project is fully operational, we will be able to employ more than 6,000.
Management says companies have so far signed investment agreements in solar energy, battery manufacturing, and forestry sectors, among others.
Totally, there are 7 companies have signed investment agreement with us, including, for example, the transformer assembling and the manufacturing, and also the vehicle battery manufacturing, and the quarry and the block making, and also the forestry product processing, and finally.
Mr. Mwanakampwe notes that investments in mine processing are expected to stop the exportation of minerals in raw form in order for the country to get real value for its mineral resources.
By and large, we've been seeing other firms, Zambian firms, where they mine, they are telling us they are mining zinc. Meanwhile, in zinc, there's vanadium, there's lithium, there are other minerals. But we want to separate now. We've reached a stage where we are saying we've got to separate. Each mineral must be given its own value. And I think that's how we're going to progress.
Hlupekile Nkonika for ZANIS in Chiwombo Central Province.
Still in Central Province, Provincial Deputy Permanent Secretary Godfrey Chitambala has announced that the sugilite that was impounded in Kapirimposhi earlier this year will be transported to Mansa, where it is scheduled to be exhibited in court. The sugilite, which led to the arrest of former Luapula Province Minister Derrick Chilundika and 18 others, has been stationed at Kabwe's Central Division since February this year. Details in the following report.
This is the truck that was impounded, carrying 23 tons of sugilite, which led to the arrest of former Luapula Province Minister Derrick Chilundika and 18 others, including 6 senior police officers. The truck, which was impounded in Kapirimposhi District, Central Province, has been stationed at Kabwe Central Division and the sugilite sealed in a container.
As you can see, there is a tent right next to the container, which houses the security officers that guard this container 24/7.
Central Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Godfrey Chitambala joined members of the Provincial Joint Operations Committee to verify that the consignment is still intact as they prepare to hand it over to the court in readiness for a sitting in Mansa.
Huge wings of government were actually involved. So we are happy today that at least with this, we've checked the truck, the vessel that moves the consignment here, we've checked the container, and we've secured the consignment.
There were speculations that the sugilite had disappeared from police custody.
We have resealed the container and we will open it only when it's required for court proceedings.
19 suspects alleged to have extracted the sugilite mineral ore without proper authorization earlier this year are scheduled to be in court. Hlupekile Nkonika for ZANIS in Kabwe.
In Southern Province Minister Credo Nanjua has launched the commencement of the construction of a 200 kilowatts solar captive power plant at Kariba Minerals Limited Company in Mapatizia in Zimba District. The project, which will cost about 10 million kwacha, is the first ever renewable energy plant that ZCCM Investment Holding has invested in. Here's a report.
Kariba Minerals Limited in Mapatizia, Zimba District of Southern Province will be the first mine in the country to operate on green energy. The mine is 100% owned by Zambians through ZCCMIH has launched the commencement of the construction and installation of a 200 kilowatts solar captive power plant. Southern Province Minister Credo Nanjua has today flagged off the commencement of the construction of the solar power plant.
This project is significant not only for Kariba Minerals, which has been operating entirely on diesel-generated power energy since the mine began operations more than 50 years ago. This event is indeed significant because it makes the unwavering commitment to the economic development of Mapatizia here in Zimba District.
Kariba Mineral Mines Board Chairperson Francis Tembo explains on the benefits of this investment.
As an organization, we support the vision of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, and the government to create a greener economy and the principle of the 3 R's for sustainability, and that is reduce, reuse, and recycle.
The CCMIH is committed in driving business resilience in the group to continue to play even a greater role in Mapatizia.
Puma Energy and MBHE Africa Minerals are the contractor.
This project represents a collaboration effort towards cleaner energy and a healthier environment for generations to come.
This initiative marks a significant milestone in our commitment as Puma
in the future of energy.
Kariba Minerals Limited is the biggest global producer and supplier of amethyst minerals, which is managed by ZCCMIH. Since time immemorial, the mine has been operating on diesel generator. Costa Kibundenda, ZANIS, in Zimba District, Southern Province.
We now take our first break, and coming up, Clinical Officers Association of Zambia hails government for improving health care in the country.
November is packed with excitement on Topstar starting November 1. Enjoy massive discounts and save up to 50 kwacha on your antenna decoder for only 249 kwacha. Don't miss a single moment of action with unbeatable entertainment on our StarTime Sports channels as you cheer on your favorite team. For all our drama lovers, tune in to Novella E+ for the latest broken marriage vow at 2040 hours and unforgettable mind game nights on Pongwa, Champs or Quacks every Sunday at 19 hours. Experience a whole new level of entertainment by unlocking the world's finest viewing menu on the newly added channels. TLC for everyday drama and deception, ID for crime and investigations, and Discovery Channel plus more for less. So hurry now. Grab your promotional decoder at 249 kwacha today. Subscribe for only 160 kwacha now. Topstar. Enjoy affordable TV.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, ZANIS TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
Now, the president of the Clinical Officers Association of Zambia, Neighbor Jones, has commended government for its commitment to improving health services in the country. Mr. Jones was speaking during the annual conference held in Lusaka, which was attended by clinical officers from all the 10 provinces to discuss advancing health care for all. Ruth Nakaundi now reports.
Government, through the Ministry of Health, remains committed to improving healthcare services to the Zambian people. Minister of Health, Suvia Masebo, says the aim is to ensure that healthcare services are accessed by all Zambians equitably and efficiently, irrespective of their locality and socio-economic background. The minister said this when she graced the annual conference for the Clinical Officers Association of Zambia, under the theme, Advancing Healthcare for All under Decentralization.
And reflects commitment of our visionary leadership under His Excellency the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema's government, in ensuring equitable and accessible healthcare to all Zambians. It is a transformative journey towards providing quality health care, irrespective of one's socio-economic background. Distinguished members of the association, ladies and gentlemen, the concept of health decentralization involves shifting power, control, decision-making from the central authorities to the local authorities.
President of the Clinical Officers Association of Zambia, Neighbor Jones, urged the clinical personnel to maintain professionalism and provide quality health services to the people.
As clinical officers, we understand our journey does not end with a diploma or a degree, but it continues the quest for excellence. Let us embrace the opportunities for growth, for in our knowledge lies power to transform lives. Our patients are not just cases, these are stories that families live to intertwine with our own. The heart of our profession lies in the compassionate care we provide. Today, let us renew this commitment to patient-centered healthcare, remembering that each action, no matter how small, can leave a mark on the person's life.
Ruth Nakaundi reporting for ZANIS in Lusaka.
Still on health matters, the district health office in Mwansawombwe district in Wapula province has started the indoor residue spraying exercise to reduce the number of malaria cases through the elimination of mosquitoes. Lewis Changwe now gives us more in this report.
Mwansawombwe district is among the districts in Wapula province with high malaria incidence rate. As a way of reducing malaria cases, however, the district health office has embarked on the indoor residue spraying IRS exercise. Public Health Officer Nyambe Nyambe now explains how the exercise is being implemented.
The purpose or the major purpose of IRS is to ensure that we reduce on malaria incidents. In total, we are targeting 11,572 structures with a total number of 40 spray operators. And this campaign is going to last for 20 days.
Mr. Nyambe has the following appeal to make to members of the community.
My appeal to the people of Mwansawombwe or the community at large is to ensure that we allow our homes to be sprayed. As our spray operators move and visit our houses, let's ensure that we open doors and allow them to spray our homes so that we can fight malaria in Mwansawombwe district.
Meanwhile, members of the public have welcomed the move, but advised that the exercise should be implemented in the dry season, as it requires taking some household items outside when the house is being sprayed.
Impokelera panganda baleta spray pamulandu wako bati bali tuchimshia ko bulwere bwa malaria. Leo nefe mukati akamayanda. Leko selesha ko na bananja wabaleka no kwe bati. Bafuire bafumisha umayanda pakwe bati bulwere bwa malaria ufire bwa chepako.
Ngabasansa omuti mumayanda malaria ira bakwati ya chepako elo kairita kubokulwala kwa konkanya efe cyari kunu mokwiro tabale sansa. So ndeko selesha makamaka bana maya bali pabukulu elo n'abana abale onka banono n'abali ngo kusanshwa mumayanda yabo pamuna bakalamba bonse bakutira obumi bwaba bwino bachingirirwa kuli malaria.
Lewis Changwe, ZANIS, Mwansawombwe, Wapula province.
Now, the Department of Tourism on the Copperbelt province has urged Zambians to effectively market the country's heritage and tourism sites. Provincial Tourism Coordinator Francis Chiwela said marketing heritage sites will help government maximize its sources of revenue generation. As we continue with the news, Home Affairs and Internal Security Minister Jack Mwimbu has commissioned the Kafue main police station constructed at a cost of 2.4 million kwacha using the Constituency Development Fund CDF. The minister also commissioned a motor vehicle and a marine boat for the police in Kafue district. Details in this report by Irene Nganga.
Home Affairs and Internal Security Minister Jack Mwimbu has commissioned the first main police station that has been constructed using Constituency Development Fund CDF. The Kafue main police station has been constructed at a cost of 2.4 million kwacha.
The Zambia Police Service is charged with the responsibility of maintaining peace, law and order. Therefore, in order to effectively and efficiently deliver police services to its clients, office infrastructure is one of the essential requirements amongst others.
The minister also inspected marine boats that the government has procured for the Zambia Police Service, the Immigration Department, and the Drug Enforcement Commission.
Apart from the motor vehicles for Zambia Police, we as a Ministry of Home Affairs, we have acquired various water transport for Zambia Police, for Immigration and DEC. This is the Drug Enforcement Commission. Here at Kafue Police Station, we are exhibiting various waterborne transport which is being tested on the Kafue River.
Kafue Member of Parliament Miriam Chonya has called on the police service to respond adequately to security threats such as theft and child abuse, among others.
So today we mark a significant step forward in enhancing the capabilities of our police service by handing over this new building and under the 2022 CDF allocation. This is a clear demonstration, as I alluded to earlier, of the new Dawn government's commitment to making the work of our police service easier. We can only urge the law enforcement people to respond adequately to the security threats and concerns in our communities, so that as there can never be development without law and order.
Honorable Minister, I wish to inform you that from the time we were given the mandate as provincial permanent secretaries and controlling officers to approve the CDF project, I wish to report to you this morning that as Lusaka province, I'm proud to indicate that right now as I speak to you, we don't have any community project pending.
Irene Nganga, ZANIS, Kafiwe.
We now take our second break, and still to come, State Council Chifumu Banda saddened with poor state of some court buildings. Stay tuned.
November is packed with excitement on Top Star starting November 1. Enjoy massive discounts and save up to 50 kwacha on your antenna decoder for only 249 kwacha. Don't miss a single moment of action with unbeatable entertainment on our StarTime Sports channels as you cheer on your favorite team. For all our drama lovers, tune in to Novella E+ for the latest broken marriage vow at 2040 hours and unforgettable mind game nights on Pongwa, Champs or Quacks every Sunday at 19 hours. Experience a whole new level of entertainment by unlocking the world's finest viewing menu on the newly added channels. TLC for everyday drama and deception, ID for crime and investigations, and Discovery Channel plus more for less. So hurry now. Grab your promotional decoder at 249 kwacha today. Subscribe for only 160 kwacha now. Top Star. Enjoy affordable TV.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, ZANIS TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
In agricultural news, Kalumbila District Administrative Officer Frank Siatwinda has flagged off the distribution of the 2023-2024 Food Security Pack program with a call on the Ministry of General Education to make agricultural science a compulsory subject in all schools. Mr. Siatwinda stated that making agricultural science a compulsory subject will help children engage in agricultural activities at an early age. Details in the following report.
Kalumbila District has flagged off the Food Security Pack distribution for the 2023-2024 farming season, targeted at 1,062 beneficiaries. District Administrative Officer Frank Siatwinda was at hand to flag off the distribution.
The Food Security Pack program is one of the social safety net program identified in the National Social Protection Policy, which targets poor and vulnerable but viable farm households, especially the female-headed household with agricultural inputs and accompanying sectors. Now, most of the time you find the agriculture is only left to women, it's only left to the old generation, but we want to encourage the young people not only to speak English, but also to involve themselves in agriculture. And I want through this program to even encourage government, if it is possible, to make agriculture compulsory in our curriculum, so that our children begin to learn agriculture even when they are still young.
The 2023-2024 farming season, we have a target of 1,062 beneficiaries. The majority that we support are women, female-headed households. It's because they are the most hit in terms of vulnerability.
Beneficiaries of the program had this to say.
Fertilizer na ketekera next year kenke karapo jibijina nzarane ambona amono kuba kutubasendere last year uno mwaka bajira matabavura sana
amuwa ni muntu mo wale bananzi na bana ya shuru ino fertilizer za kunkwasa kubamba bana bamafana kufunda kwa kubula nzalani na asantira gavumenti pakumburuka.
Shilika Chabalingula, ZANIS, Kalumbila, North-Eastern Province.
Still in agricultural news, government has implored beneficiaries of the Food Security Pack program under the Department of Community Development not to sell their farming imports. Nakonde District Commissioner Mavela Sisika Pizie was speaking when he flagged off the distribution of imports under the Food Security Pack program. The Department of Community Development in Sengahiu has spent over 650,000 kwacha to procure imports for over 2,100 vulnerable but viable farmers under the Food Security Pack program. This came to light during the distribution of farming inputs to beneficiaries in Chimula area. We now take our final break. More stories when we come back. Stay tuned.
November is packed with excitement on Topstar starting November 1. Enjoy massive discounts and save up to 50 kwacha on your antenna decoder for only 249 kwacha. Don't miss a single moment of action with unbeatable entertainment on our StarTime Sports channels as you cheer on your favorite team. For all our drama lovers, tune in to Novella E+ for the latest broken marriage vow at 20-40 hours and unforgettable mind game nights on Bongwa Champs or Quacks every Sunday at 19 hours. Experience a whole new level of entertainment by unlocking the world's finest viewing menu on the newly added channels. TLC for everyday drama and deception, ID for crime and investigations, and Discovery Channel plus more for less. So hurry now. Grab your promotional decoder at 249 kwacha today. Subscribe for only 160 kwacha now. Topstar. Enjoy affordable TV.
For news and current affairs, entertainment, sports, children's programs, and a host of other events in and beyond our borders, ZANIS TV has you covered. On Channel 6 and Channel 458 on Topstar.
In other news, over 19,000 adolescent pregnancies have been recorded in various health facilities in Central Province between January and November this year. Provincial Permanent Secretary Miuna Monakampwe says a total of 19,135 teen pregnancies were recorded this year, compared to 17,490 cases that were reported last year. Shupekile Nkunika has more in this report.
Has recorded an increase in teen pregnancies from 17,000 in 2022 to 19,000 this year. Provincial Permanent Secretary Miuna Monakampwe says a total of 19,135 teen pregnancies have been recorded among health facilities in all the 11 districts of the region.
In 2022, stood at 17,490, signifying a percentage increase of 8.6%. Because the government has brought the free education policy, which policy is supposed to be a catalyst into making sure that these young children are swallowed into the education sector.
Teen pregnancy is among critical forms of gender-based violence in Central Province, and Kabwe residents cite some of the contributing factors.
Young ladies nowadays are carried away by money, drinking beers. You see your friend has got clothes, they also they want to suit that environment. They go to my sugar daddies, in the process they get pregnant.
Rural districts, usually, like for parents, they are the ones who encourage their children to get early marriages.
Zambia commemorates 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. They are calling on parents to raise their children in a Christian manner.
Abana tamuleba posa kwa mano ya kutila ukikala na bena bwino andibambi misango fe yabo edio abana nga mwabemye munshile yakwalesa.
This year's 16 days activism against gender-based violence is being held under the theme prevent violence against women and girls. Lupekile Nkonika for ZANIS in Kabwe.
Siavonga District Commissioner Geoffrey Jacopo has assured Chief Simamba that plans are underway to address the network problems in the rural parts of the district. Mr. Jacopo made the assurance after complaints of poor network from residents of Chief Simamba's area who struggle to communicate via mobile phones. More in the following report by Brandina Lambwe. In environmental news, Worldwide Fund for Nature WWF Zambia Country Office has reaffirmed its commitment to support government's sustainable development agenda through proper utilization of the country's vast natural resources. WWF Zambia Country Director Namachila Nkombo said this in a speech read for her by WWF Communication Coordinator Benetria Milambo. More in this report by Peggy Gutinho.
In this 5-day workshop to induct the Mafinga District Implementation Team for the Sustainable Luangwa Project, Worldwide Fund for Nature WWF Zambia Country Office has assured government of its commitment to support the Sustainable Development Agenda through the proper utilization of the country's vast natural resources. WWF Zambia Country Director Nachilala Nkombo made the assurance in Impika District in a speech read for her by the organization's communication coordinator, Benetria Milambo.
Let me assure you that as WWF, we will work tirelessly to deliver the project's goal, which is to reduce forest and land degradation of Luangwa Upper catchment area for its enhancement protection of water resources, biodiversity, and associated community livelihoods.
In a speech read for him by Planning Officer Bwalian Semukila, Muchinga Province Assistant Director for Planning, Mata Kamende, has shown delight in the implementation of the project in Mafinga District.
The government of the Republic of Zambia is ecstatic with the coming of the Sustainable Luangwa project in Mafinga District. The administration is of the considered view that the collaborative effort between the government and cooperating partners will make significant efforts towards securing the Luangwa water resource as well as attaining sustainable development.
We have seen that there are a lot of environmental problems in the upper sub-catchment of the Luangwa River, and this is specifically in Mafinga District.
Peggy Gutinho for ZANIS in Impika, Muchinga Province.
Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo has called on stakeholders to strengthen the fight against HIV/AIDS through community leadership and engagement. Mrs. Masebo was speaking during the World AIDS Day commemoration in Lusaka, which was being held under the theme, Let Communities Lead. Details in the following report by Samuel Hangandu.
Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo has called for enhanced stakeholder engagement to strengthen community participation in the fight against HIV and AIDS. Speaking during the World AIDS Day commemoration in Lusaka today, Ms. Masebo also called on members of the public to take interest in the fight against the disease.
I would like to call upon all partners, line ministries, the private sector, civil society, non-government organizations, leadership at all levels, that's from the district, constituencies, wards, sub-ward levels, and the media to continue playing a part in our quest to end AIDS and TB as a public health threat by 2030. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this government led by His Excellency the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, is a strong believer in the community. I, as Minister of Health, am also a firm believer in the community. It is for this reason that we have been pushing for smooth and faster decentralization of social services, including health services. This shift has further inspired the increase in the Constituency Development Fund from the current 28.7 million to 30.6 million with effect from January next year, 2004. To this end, I urge community-based organizations civil society organizations, and indeed other community-led HIV initiatives at the local level, at the ward level, to come with innovating community action plans and projects for them to access government funding. Let the various implementing partners and civil society organizations lead to. Only through this will we be able to effectively support community leadership. Let us provide and feed the community with the information needed to equip them to lead. This includes them knowing where new HIV infections are, which populations are mostly affected, and what barriers are fueling new infections.
And representing the Director General for Center Disease Control, Africa Regional Director Louis Rek said the CDC is committed to supporting communities in the fight against AIDS and end it by the year 2030.
With absolute certainty that your Africa CDC is committed to support the pledge of the African Union, head of the states and the government to deploy at least 2 million community healthcare workers to improve community-centered health delivery systems, emphasizing our dedication to holistic and inclusive healthcare solutions.
Meanwhile, American Ambassador to Zambia, Michael Gonzalez, has commended the U.S. President Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, PEPFAR, for the continued support and investment in the fight against HIV and AIDS in Zambia.
The United States government launched the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, or PEPFAR. And to this day, PEPFAR remains the largest commitment by any nation on earth in history to address a single disease, having invested over $100 billion across the world in global HIV response. Here in Zambia, PEPFAR has invested over 135 billion kwacha towards prevention, care, and treatment of citizens while partnering with the government and with communities to build Zambia's healthcare systems. Our investments together are providing free HIV medication to over 1.2 million Zambians. We're ensuring that every person in Zambia can access essential prevention and treatment services.
This year's World AIDS Day was commemorated under the theme, Let Communities Lead. Samuel Hangandu, reporting for ZANIS in Lusaka.
That item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, let's take another look at the top stories. Government calls for citizen participation in developing the country. Construction of 200 kilowatts solar captive power plant underway. Clinical Officers Association of Zambia hails government for improving health care. Plus, Zambia joins the rest of the world in commemorating World AIDS Day. Thank you so much for staying with us on the news. On behalf of the entire news production crew, my name is Henry Himonde. Remember, we are one Zambia, one nation. Enjoy the rest of the programming.